Welcome back, Nerdiverse. It is, of course, MOTN Live, where anything and everything can happen. I am, of course, the DEI social coordinator of the Event Horizon himself, Mike G. With me is my astute panel of intellects. Let's start in reverse, shall we? We're going to speak to the Lieutenant Commander of the Event Horizon, Tootie Odin. What's going on, Toots?
Reporting for duty, Captain. How are you,
I hope
sir?
I hope you are, because there's ghoul monsters on this ship, baby. And
Uh-oh. I hope they're not from Boeing.
I hope they're not from Northrop. Um, and the our resident historian, the talent acquisitions coordinator of the Event Horizon. We simply call
Ah!
him Wash.
Ah! Yo, what up? Happy Friday.
He's like,
You keep giving me jobs, and I keep telling you I don't want
I
them.
got
So,
3 jobs. I got
so
92 jobs.
I don't know where that puts us this Friday, but happy Friday to everybody. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Greetings and salutations, Nerdiverse. We're here and we're ready to
Cheers, Brian.
look into that deep unknown. She got the mama mug. You know it's gonna be a party. That shit said mama on it. Yeah,
You're so
if you
stupid.
if you're not a mama, you can't drink out of that mug, baby.
That's true. I work for that
I worked blood,
3
sweat, and
times.
tears
Ugh, that's gross.
3 times.
All right. We're good.
Well,
That's a lot of info.
obviously moms are watching our live streams, and Toots being
Your
how
mom specifically watches our live stream.
she goes, "Hi, would you like some crumb cake?" She offers the podcast crumb cake, and we accept, and we chew upon it from a distance. What's going
That's
on,
why we
people?
love her.
That's why we love her. Wash, did you ever meet
Yo,
mom in space in Element? What's cracking? What's going on? Uh,
yo.
did you ever meet the mom in space in Starfield?
The mom in space.
The space
Yeah,
mom.
the one who is
There
like
it
by
is.
herself and she's like just out there like chilling by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really remember what she had to say, but yes, I did in fact meet her.
Okay,
And
Toots. There's a
yeah, I gave her some food or something like
yeah. She
that.
gives you food.
Yeah,
She feeds
yeah,
you.
yeah. That's right. That's right. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, man. Toots. So in Starfield, when you're just floating around the cosmos, you meet a bunch of wacky people. Just random stuff. Sometimes you meet like pirates. Sometimes you meet people who just sing into their microphone into the ether. And there's one time you come across a ship and somebody's hey, good shit, gang. Good looking out, good looking out. Uh you run into a mother in space. She's like this nice little old granny. She's like, "Hey guys, anyone out there? I'm making some stew if you want to come by." I'm thinking she's a cannibal or something because it's Fallout. You know what I'm saying? It's Bethesda. So my nerves are up. I bring my heaviest hitters on the ship. I'm like, we're gonna go clear this out, right? It's got to be a trick. And no, it's just some grandma whose husband just recently passed away, and she's just trying to find solace in anyone that will acknowledge her. And she invites you on the ship and tells you about her son who is with the Navy and how
She
proud
didn't
she
want to
is of
have a
him.
conversation. I don't think I had the
Yeah, I had the
conversation. I
conversation.
was
Aw.
just like,
It was
I'm
so
good.
she was so sweet. Hey, take some food with you. I got plenty. I hope to see you out there. Stay safe. And me and my band of
Okay,
miscreants. Yeah,
is there a dialogue option to kill her?
yes. You could just take out Nana. Oh,
Yeah, I probably would have. I totally would have.
there's no
I
dialogue
would have
option.
taken her out.
You could just blow her away. You could just pull the right trigger
Oh,
and our
I mean,
Vaxer.
for sure that if you're a monster, I'm just saying like because you said it's a Bethesda game, I would have immediately thought like she was just AI trying to take. She just took over. She's a body snatcher type shit. That's what I
No,
would have
but
got
there
her
is one
saying.
of those in the game that now that you mention it, and that shit
I
is actually kind
I
of
would
dope.
imagine
And
so.
you're
That's a
like,
sick mission, dude.
yeah, that's actually kind of you walk up on that, and you're like, oh, I'm in some shit now, and then you have to make some decisions. Yeah, Tootie, you should give that a go. I think you might dig some Starfield, man. It'll
Starfield is
it
weird,
Sounds right
man.
up my
it'll eat
alley.
it'll eat your life though. I can't lie.
Yeah, this shit is
It'll
like
like look at your life and go, oh, you don't need that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fallout did that for 3 years already, and I'm already like, I'm already like in the midlife crisis mode, so I should probably wait until the midlife crisis is over.
Like
But
when we're
I don't
all
know.
in senior citizens homes,
it's
got
gonna
all
be
the time in the
active,
world to
bro.
sit there
Yeah,
and
hell
play, man.
yeah,
Everybody's got their own
hell
stuff. Like,
yeah.
hey, hitting their backlog hard, hard.
Hey,
Yo,
Can you
when
yo,
I'm in
imagine
my
us
home,
at
man,
89 on Guitar Hero?
yeah, playing running sets of Street
freaking
Fighter, and you're
American
like
idiot.
90. Yeah,
Like,
dude.
that's funny. Yeah.
Running sets in Street Fighter at the old folks' home. It's gonna be
Mm.
lit, dude. I cannot wait.
I
Man.
meant to actually ask because I don't think we covered this when we talked about Fallout. What we did anyone blow up the town?
Oh yeah, I blew up
Fallout
Megaton
4?
times times. Yeah,
Many
I blew
times.
up
Not
Megaton in
once.
3.
Not
Really?
once. No,
Not
not
even when
once.
on your
Mm-mm.
when you did a bad guy run, alternate
I don't do
reality.
bad guy runs. That's kind of the
My
reason I'm
bad guy
asking.
run was way unsuccessful. It got harder and harder, and I just kept dying. Like, this sucks. Being
Hey,
bad guy sucks. I don't want to
you
be
thought it
that.
would be
So
easier, right? No, it gets harder, man.
no, yeah, you think it'd be easier. No, it's way hard to be. You know where it's hard to be a bad guy for real, for real. Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that's
That
fun.
game sucks.
I love it
Yeah,
when you're a bad
I
guy.
mean it's not
Everything is
fun.
harder,
It
dog.
sucks. You cannot
No,
you can't choose that and think like you're gonna just be on easy street and just start killing everybody you see.
dudes.
Like it's quite
w-
challenging.
When you're playing bad guy, not a Republic 2, you can't progress until you beat the Jedi Masters, and they literally one shot you every single time. So you have to figure
Isn't
out a
that the game
way to
too,
beat them.
where the more evil you become and the more evil decisions you make, the uglier you are? Like your
Yeah, my guy
face
is ugly.
gradually just gets uglier and uglier. Yeah, I thought that's
Yeah,
pretty cool too. Yeah,
you turn into you
yeah.
turn into a raisin. You turn into a California raisin the more you play
We
as
got any
evil.
games that do that? That have that feature in
Didn't
recent history? I mean, Fable's the only thing that pops to mind, really.
Fables, Oblivion? Don't you get ugly turning in Oblivion?
No, that don't
No,
happen in
Doesn't Kratos
Oblivion.
gradually change for whatever reason?
I
Doesn't
was
Kratos
thinking.
gradually change?
thinking
I was
that.
thinking.
God of War.
Yeah.
Shadows of the
What about
Colossus,
God of
you
War?
gradually turn uglier. Shadows of the
Shadow?
Colossus.
You're
Yep, Shadows
ugly.
of
Ugler?
Ugler. What is that like
You're
next
ugly.
level ugly? Ugler. You're still getting ugly. That's what that's when you're ugler. You're still in the process.
You
You're
are
Yes,
ugly.
you're
currently
not done.
in the process of getting
You're in the
ugly. You're
metamorphosis
ugler.
of you're ugler,
You're
bro.
the ugler stage.
You
You're
still
in
got
Hi
ugler stage.
Bradley.
though.
Everybody, Bradley's here.
Bro, what's going on, B? What's going on, Bradley? Bradley, have you ever met someone who was ugler, bro? Like just in the process of becoming more ugly? Think of it like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. He was ugler. You know what I mean? Until he reached the final stage of
Oh yeah.
ugly.
I can't believe you brought that up because, as you always talk about the next lore video we should do and coming off the Jeff Goldblum thing that we had going. I was like, what if we do the
The transportation machine?
yeah. I was like, that's probably gonna be in my
Ooh.
Dude,
options. I send
it's
you, man.
funny.
So it's
You were
funny
in
you
my
mentioned
brain
it.
because I was thinking like, why don't we do like the xenomorph egg and just go full blown alien, dude?
I
I was thinking I was in that same horror bag, but we got to break out of horror though. We do a lot of
well,
horror.
yeah, I don't know how that
That's
happened.
okay.
Let's see. When you put in aspect of Jeff Goldblum as The Fly, yes, but being a little older, immature, no for the average people. You mean being ugler? I mean, ugler is part of life, dude. We all go through an ugler stage, though,
Yeah.
unless you just fine forever. Then some people live that
Not
life. I don't know what
everybody.
that's like.
Yeah,
You know,
not
yes,
everybody.
Bradley
some
with the
people are
deep
just beautiful.
thoughts.
Bradley just why'd you, dude? We're in minute 12 of this episode. We're all just
Mad
like,
contemplative. Wow.
yeah, bro. I'm not
That
even
was
there
good.
yet. Good stuff, B man. Man,
So
so
speaking
how's
of next lore, I love that idea. I love doing the fly machine, and
the
we
Fly
can tie
Machine?
the Simpsons into it, which is always fun. That'd
And
be
you got
fun
two
lore, just
movies.
so you know.
You got The Fly and The Fly too.
And we have 2 movies, and it's fucking Cronenberg. So
Cronenberg.
that alone is like, yeah,
Tentacles and viscera, bro.
liquids and viscera. Yeah,
What you know about
exactly,
liquids
exactly.
and all types
Liquids
of
and
liquids,
viscera.
Well,
bruh.
put it on the list, man. Put it on the
Pe-
list.
I have it. I already wrote it down. It's right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's a
Yay,
couple
that's
of already
awesome.
locked in. So teleportation machine, The Fly. We also have Thor's hammer, and we're gonna just be asking the Nerdiverse, what do you guys want to see? What do you want to see as an object of lore? because we want to get you guys more involved in our choosing process. You know what I'm saying? So let us know what you want to see, and we'll
Bradley
weigh it
basically
against.
just said beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's nice.
You know what, Bradley?
Beautiful.
We're not bringing that kind of positivity here tonight, dog. We're talking about the ugglers. Dog.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's all about
We're not. Nah.
perspective.
I liked it.
You know what? I'm sorry, Toots. Sometimes my inner Sith comes out, and I just get nasty. I
Don't start,
apologize.
because I don't want to bring it
Sometimes.
up. I'm not gonna bring it up,
Ooh,
man. We can't go
Sometimes.
down that road.
this cat has claws, yo. What am I supposed to do now? Oh man, I want to go off about something, but it may be too early in the night. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
unless you guys stop me, I'm just going to go on just a bit of a tirade for a second. How God has plighted my G is what I would like to call it.
be
has
careful.
plighted me.
This is on video, and he may watch.
No, he definitely watches it. He knows I love him with all my heart and soul.
He subs. He subs.
He subs. He's our lead. He's
Yeah.
that one person who never leaves the chat. You know what I'm saying?
It's just,
Man,
and just God in the chat.
it's just God in chat. He just sided. He just like sided.
Yeah.
Sided. No. I won't watch that Spider-Man show.
It's
refuse.
fantastic.
Is it fantastic?
I knew
Fantastic.
Brian wouldn't let me down.
Shut up.
It's
Shut up.
fantastic.
I kind
Okay,
of want to
nothing
watch
about
it.
It's fantastic.
Okay, expound.
Okay.
Expound,
All right.
please.
I did I watched both episodes, and it goes a little heavy on the whole everybody's a person thing, which is fine.
Okay.
That's cool, but it quickly does
Expected.
move past it. Yes, and it makes sense because it's set in New York, so it's showing a very diverse New York situation. Not all is what it seems at face value. And honest to God, the art is fantastic. The pacing for a 30-minute show. Don't get me started, Skeleton
It's 30
Crew. I gave a rip about what was going on in episode 1. I gave a rip about what was going on in episode 2, and it left with a cliffhanger. And it does everyone the big favor of moving past origins quickly. In fact, you have not watched the show, and I'm kind of upset because there are questions I have, because there are
Oh.
people, names, and things that, and I'm just going to tie this into something else I wanted to talk about, because
Okay.
I
Take it
watched
over, man.
What If season 3 up
I
through
told you not
episode
to, dog.
5,
I told you
and
not to, man.
the Howard the Duck thing, man.
I told you not to. I warned you, bro.
Yeah, you did, and
I warned you, bro.
I don't have anything good to really say about it because it is not good. But
Hey.
I'm wondering if the same creative liberties are being taken with Spider-Man.
Oh.
And yes,
I don't know.
there
I'll
are
have to watch
people
it.
in Spider-Man I've just never I've heard of them, but I haven't heard of them, and it's like,
Okay.
yeah, you need to check this out, dude. I can't believe you didn't watch it. It is super
No.
fun. It's for children, even though you can definitely see where
Is it
they can go like, all right, yeah, kid show. All right, Clone Wars season 6, Maul's like knifing people, and you're like, oh,
get
kids,
stabbed?
really? Yeah,
Get
the
stabbed.
action is good. Yeah, man. Like, I can't believe why don't you want to watch this show? I'm
Okay,
curious.
one second. Just one thing, but I just need to get to my system. I love living the Sith Lord life, stabbing folks with my Sith Lord knife. Okay,
Sith Lord knife.
okay, enough of that. Enough of that. That's tomfoolery. That's enough of that. I just needed to get that out for those who
You're
don't
an
know.
idiot.
You know, it's poke you.
Yes.
But I didn't like the animation, bro. It looked very stiff. It gave me vibes of like the Neil Patrick Harris MTV Spider-Man from like 2003. You know what I'm saying? Where it looked all kind of goofy and
It's
shit, bro. Like,
1980s, like gloss.
It's
1980
very.
gloss color, like, is what I'm gonna go with. It's cool. It's freaking cool, man.
I will watch it on your behalf, bro.
The
But
animation.
It reminds me of a glossy 1980s comic book. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
did you watch it too?
And again,
Did
I'm
you watch
only
it,
going
Judy?
by the several previews. No, I haven't yet. I haven't.
All
I
right.
was waiting for you guys. The only thing I know about, I've heard nothing extremely negative about it at all. I want to watch it because it looks fun. It looks extremely everybody friendly, and who I don't give a shit that it's for kids. Half the stuff I watch is for kids. I got 7
Amen.
cartoon
Damn
tattoos on
straight.
me. That's fine.
Damn straight.
My thing is, and the only negative thing that I heard about it was that they did Uncle Ben wrong, and I don't really know exactly why or how
What that
why they keep saying that, but that
means?
Uncle Ben was disrespected, or
Why
that
do you
his legacy
disrespect
wasn't
Uncle Ben?
upheld. I don't know. I don't know. That's
Did
what
he
I'm
sell
saying. I haven't
drugs or
watched it. That's the
something?
only negative thing that I ever heard about it. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch it for sure.
And I don't even
I'm
think
waiting
this
for
is
more
a
episodes.
and Tootie, like Skeleton Crew, I'm like, you know what? I think I'd prefer to get a batch together. But Mike's like, no, bro, it's fun. Watch them. So I watched them, and each week I sat with anticipation, going,
You know,
this show does not need to probably be week by week, but I will tune in week by week. I absolutely
man.
will tune in
Okay.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Absolutely
Sold
will.
me.
I was gonna write this
It's
show
I'm
off,
in.
bro.
no, dude.
I
No,
was
dude.
putting this in the Captain America and the New World bucket, where it's like I get to it when I get to it, dog. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
we're only 2 episodes in, but I think that you will appreciate what you see here more in 2 episodes than what you got at a Creature Commando in 2 episodes.
Element, did you like X-Men 97? Did I? watch,
1000%.
watch our MOTN top 10 Disney Plus shows. Me and Wash break it down. Spoiler alert, I liked it a lot. It's probably my favorite thing in the world.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. But yeah, I was gonna write this off, man. I was just like, I'm
But
not just gonna
why? Just the art
because
style?
it was the art style. It's like what are you giving me that I haven't seen before kind of vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like how many times can we do Spider-Man in high school? Yes.
Question. Did you enjoy Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? The one with Morales.
Miles Morales.
Did you enjoy that one?
It's funny.
What's his name? What's his first name?
Miles Morales.
Miles.
Yeah.
That's right, Miles. Yeah.
I didn't like it at first because I didn't like the art style.
Freaking loved it.
I didn't like it at first because the art style was real jittery and the uncanny valley was messing me up and the colors were messing me up.
It was Scanner Darkly-ish. Oh, really?
Yes.
I liked it. That's the whole reason I liked it.
It's funny. I had to get used to it.
Shout out Scanner Darkly. Great.
Shout out to Scanner.
Animation.
Great movie.
Oh, yeah, don't bypass Scanner Darkly.
And she swears she's not a master of the Nerdiverse, people. She swears she's not a master. That's a deep pull. That's like mentioning like
freaking awesome.
That's like mentioning like as extends or some shit, dude. God damn. Master of the Nerdiverse alum Tootie Odin, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I have something special for that. So, Master of the Nerdiverse, Tootie Odin, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay! Oh, I get a thing. Yay me. Because I mentioned a movie. Yay.
You mentioned a really sick movie that was in the farthest back of my brain.
It is a sick movie. Yeah.
But yeah, I had to get used to the Spider-Verse animation because it made me sick. Like I couldn't watch it. Like it was too jittery and colorful at the same time. It would give me headaches. But after like Across the Spider-Verse with like Miguel O'Hara, got Spider-Man 2099 and shit, and like Spider-Man India, I was like, this is way too cool to I have to force myself to like it. You know, because there's too much cool stuff going on. There was a T-Rex that shot webs with his little baby T-Rex hand. How do you say no to that, dude? You know what I mean?
Bradley makes an excellent point. There's too much Spider-Man on the earth. I agree with that.
That part too. 1,000%.
I have not watched any of the new Spider-Man movies because I'm over Spider-Man. I did not watch any of the Into the Spider-Verse series because I'm over Spider-Man. I tell you what, I watched this show because I knew Mike was going to watch this show and I wanted to at least be able to freaking talk about it. And
That's funny.
Oh, well, this is a nice little freaking surprise. This is kind of fresh. I like where it's going. And it does also have the feel of Avengers, 90s Avengers.
Like Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
Yeah, you can feel the tie. You can feel it coming.
Well, that's Spider-Man, though. Ever since like
Dude,
Spider-Man team ups in the 1970s, Spider-Man has always been the doorway for other heroes to get their shit off. Spider-Man is always it's the Spider-Man comics is before they did all these crossovers and Civil War and all that. It was Spider-Man comics where Thor would show up, where the X-Men would show up, where the Captain Britain would show up. So Spider-Man has always been the doorway for other people. So it makes sense he would get the most cameos. That's just how Spider-Man's been since the shooter, Stan Lee era back in the 70s and 60s. So makes sense that you're going to see some crazy cameos in this show. That's something I would expect,
Do you remember being 19 years old, going to Jeffrey's Comics and just waiting and fantasizing about the moment they made a movie about the Civil War, they made a movie about Spider-Man versus Batman? Like, we waited for years for that to happen. And then when it happened, it was like, there wasn't I don't remember there being any overhype about it. It was just, another movie, like the hype that we expected when we were in our teens, we didn't get in our early 20s when they actually decided to make these movies and like move on with these storylines. You know what I mean?
What
like,
it was?
I don't know if it was like we just barely missed the bus on that generational hype or what it was, or that life was happening and we weren't.
There was a movement for Endgame.
I was in the theater with my mouth open,
like
with like childlike wonder in my eyes, going, "This is fucking amazing."
No, you know what it was?
Great.
It was seeing Spider-Man land on that cop car. You know what I'm saying? With the shield in Civil War. That was hype for months.
I didn't like Civil War that much.
That was hype for months.
Which is how come I thought like Endgame was so much like special, because Civil War was the first to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it was fine. Don't get me wrong. I even like Ultron, one of my favorite bad guys in the freaking
I love
series.
Ultron.
That's my point. Awesome. I feel like it could have been better. I feel like the wonder and the hype around the actual graphic novels and the comic books of it, and like seeing that, hey, one day they're going to do this, it's going to be sick as hell, and it didn't reach that level of, yes, we did it. Like, it didn't reach the level of, fuck yeah, they did it right. It's so weird. Like, I kind of, it sucks.
Toots, I see what you mean, and I think what it was is at the point we got to Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, the burnout was already happening. I think the burnout was already happening, and it was quiet. It was a quiet start to the burnout because, like you said, we were in the 90s. I was at Frankensons, and we got to see X-Men for the first time, 2000 X-Men, and we're like, they're doing it. They're actually doing it. They're making superhero movies. 2002 Spider-Man, Sam Raimi. It was like magic on screen, and the hype was never big enough. It was magic. Seeing Spider-Man fight Green Goblin in real life was magic on screen, and the hype was never big enough.
Yes.
And what sucks is, too, you make a point, when we were in our 20s, no one was really just gobstruck by that, because we had the internet, and we've already become cynical. And we were already like, yeah, we've seen this for like 20 years now. What can they possibly do to show us? Avengers had already come out. But there are kids out there who are in their 20s now who won't shut up about the Avengers 1, who won't shut up about, Soldier, and they're just out of our age group. So it's a different kind of...
It's funny, we bring up Spider-Man, and Spider-Man wasn't the very first even Marvel movie, or the Hulk, the very first Hulk that came out did terrible. It was awful. Yeah. It was made fun of, because I think it came out about the same time as Godzilla, and Godzilla was so much better graphically than the Hulk was. The Hulk was practically a cartoon, the Jennifer Connelly one. And Spider-Man came out after that. So for that to do as well as it did, considering that it followed such a failure of a film, I think that speaks a lot in and of itself, because Spider-Man was very much one of the very first movies that was like, oh shit, this is life-changing. With the trains and all the bullshit. Oh my God. Like, Tobey Maguire killed it hard. And I think that's what drove us to fall in love with the movies in the first place. And then Batman took over, and then like you said, it just fizzled out little by little.
I love this conversation. First of all, let's all jump in. I love this conversation. So what it was is that, like you said, the animation just wasn't there. That big green goofy looking Hulk made people laugh versus make them in awe. You know what I mean? And that they had to go back to the groundwork with like Blade. You know what I mean? Was a very grounded. Even the graphics in Blade were goofy, but the action was so sick, and Wesley Snipes was so sick. It kind of was started up that uptick. And you got to remember, like back in the 90s, we just got off the heels of Batman and Robin, and superhero movies were dead again for a good 10 years until Blade came out. Blade was really the shot in the arm that got things.
But if
Yeah, you're right.
if you
Yeah.
look at it, it's like a Venn diagram, though. There's like like points in time when technology hits the storytelling, where when
Mhm.
you're talking Spider-Man, Green Goblin, the technology at that time, Sam
Just jumped.
Raimi at that time, it was levels above what we had seen, just with the color, the polish, the CGI, just the way it all moved.
Mhm.
And so that made that super, super duper special. Which you look at something like Superman that's upcoming, you're kind of hoping that it also has this technology where, why do you think the teaser we got is him like doing the loop? Because it's this technology
It's
gap
getting
that we're going to
gap.
try and break, that'll put people like, oh crap, this is amazing, this is the
I
best thing ever. So there's a technology thing there.
I dare say
Good.
that technology didn't jump again from Spider-Man all the way to Avengers.
Yeah, it took a while. It took a
It took
it
a
took a
while,
while.
like 20 years from Spider-Man 1
And
to Avengers, like technology gap. You know what I'm saying? Where
and,
you could
and
see a CG Hulk and it looks real. You know what I'm saying?
you look at I want to go back to the 80s, like superhero, like 80s Spider-Man television show, uh,
Yeah, let's
uh,
go.
the All-American Hero television show. They all had that same look to produce the comic effect at that time. Only the Incredible Hulk 1977. Can we
Yeah, Lou
please,
Ferrigno. Lou
WTF?
Ferrigno.
Can we please get ourselves a dedicated freaking television series that's awesome, that follows this freaking? We've
It
remade
costs too much
everything
money,
else.
bro.
I
It will cost way
I
too much
don't
money.
care.
I
That
know you
show
don't care.
still holds up. Like
Yeah.
I hear the music, see him walking down the street. It's like, oh shit, I'm sitting down for an hour. I don't know what y'all are doing, man. I'm about to watch him
Hey,
Hulk out.
hey, you want your Hulk
You know,
TV show? Go watch She-Hulk. It's there for you right now on
bro.
Disney
One
Plus.
thing I'll say about the CGI advancement from year one of Spider-Man to where we're at now is what was the guinea pig and the tester pilot was all the streaming services. The streaming services like Netflix, for instance, that had the money for it.
Mhm.
HBO, which definitely gave tons and tons of money to their projects, including Game of Thrones, which I mean, those dragons look like fucking
Yeah, good
dragons.
call out.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
there was tons of advancements that were happening that they were using as tester pilots in TV shows as opposed to bringing them in
Hmm.
movies. As soon as that technology was available is when the movie industry started booming again and being able to believe in themselves and being confident in their version of what their CGI characters should look like.
And it's
Yeah,
all
I, I
about
Yeah,
think
getting
I think
butts in
streaming
the
services had a lot to
seats.
do with that.
yeah.
You
That part
know,
too. Yeah.
what is entertaining? And even now, look, I don't know how many Marvel movies we've seen since COVID. I haven't been back to the theater. Why? Because yes, the theater going experience is fantastic. It's 100. I love it. It's great. Granted, I was in LA. Like I'm sure there's a $5 theater down the road here in Wisconsin. But
Nice.
LA, you want to go to a freaking movie, one person, you're like, dude, why spend $30 when
Forty
I could just
dollars. Yeah,
wait,
$40,
watch it on
bro. Easy.
streaming? And the experience is only marginal in the fact that okay, it's louder and on a bigger screen at the theater.
Um,
What you're looking for is the technology that gets people to go, wow, Avatar, wow, I gotta see this in the freaking theater.
Oh man, The Dark Knight in IMAX.
The Dark Knight and IMAX,
Bro.
another one.
That was an
Yeah.
event. Remember, Christopher Nolan was the first dude. Like, we're just gonna film the whole damn thing in IMAX, and we're gonna build the technology jumps. Right, we're gonna build theaters to accommodate the IMAX experience. And they spent all this money building these crazy theaters that were like the size of damn aircraft carriers. Remember how insane the IMAXs would look, where the screen would dip below you? You know what I mean? It was like walking into a stadium. It's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And all that for Netflix to show up and be like, yeah, just watch it at the house, man. And Netflix and Toots mentioned it early. Netflix had infinite money, bro. They were just making anything they
Oh
wanted.
yeah.
They had infinite money. I don't know where the collateral came from,
All
but
that money came from us renting DVDs for 10 years through
shit,
the
for 10
mail
years
because that
through
was
the
the first
mail.
thing. It
Yeah.
was like, and they made all that money. And it's like a new
Infinite.
technology hit the
And what's
street.
scary is that like everyone is agreeing that streaming both audio and video was the worst idea ever. It's like destroyed the industry, and we're pulling away from it. Everybody's but the genie's out the bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And let's talk about something like Spider-Man or our
yeah,
23-minute shows that I keep harping on about. I just texted you a few days ago. Long form is still superior to me than short form. Just because no, I don't always have an hour, right? But you get something out of that you don't get in 15 minutes out of
right.
something that's 30 to 45, 30 minutes to an hour. So it's like streaming. If anything, it's made our expectations of storytelling less. You know
It's
what I
funny.
mean? It's less.
Did you see that YouTube Shorts are now 3 minutes long?
No,
Even
I don't
YouTube
really
is
pay any
like,
attention to them.
yeah, I have to because we cut our shorts up and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So even YouTube is like, yeah, people are starting to get tired of the short form entertainment, 15 minutes or less, content. Even they're expanding that is because, like, honestly, 30 minutes for a Marvel production is kind of shoddy if you ask me. But I'm a consumer. I'm always going to want more.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you can't get across in 30 minutes what you should be getting across in an hour, then that's just bad writing, right? Am I crazy?
Yes, and I am not going to go off on a freaking tangent right now, but yes, that is my point. Write better stories or put out everything all at once or give us 4 episodes. Stop gapping us with, hey, we're going to make 8 episodes, make you watch it week by week. But on the engaging, compelling scale, we're at like a 2.5. Don't worry about it, though. You got something to watch next week.
It's not
If it's going to
bad,
be a
but it's
2.5,
not good.
it's
not
not
bad,
good. If it's going to be
but it's not good.
2.5, just give me 4 episodes of it so that I understand more.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway,
Interesting stuff,
soapbox over.
man. No, that was an excellent conversation. I think we all killed it there. And I think at the end of the day, it's just really content over everything. Like, is it an hour? Is it 15
Always.
minutes? Content over everything. It has to
Always
be
that.
compelling.
Right.
I don't care how much money you throw into it. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean,
Bradley,
yeah, we can talk
100%.
about video games all day long. You know what I mean? Like 100, what? Who Ubisoft? Who shut down their $100 million game like a week into the launch? Like
Multiverses just got shut down, dog. Multiverses. That's crazy.
hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in man hours, and it's like, oh, that didn't work. Shut it down. Click,
Shut
and
it
it's
down.
like, what is
What are
that?
we doing?
How is that the best option? Oh, well, it's too expensive to run.
Hey, tax cut.
Yeah.
Bro, they shelved the entire Batgirl movie for no reason, just for a tax break. There's a whole Batgirl movie that got shelved because James Gunn came through and said, yeah, we don't need none of that. And Bradley's 100% right. Bradley was like 100% wash. I prefer any show on long form opposed to short form. But then there's short form stuff that's great. One of my favorite short form shows of all time was Eon Flux. That was like 5 minutes and told an entire story. You know what I'm saying? On liquid television for us old heads out there.
Liquid television. Damn.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. What was Eon Flux on Spike TV? Was it Spike TV?
Spike TV, MTV. Originally, it was on MTV way back in the day.
But then you just brought back a memory. Eon Flux, dude. And that was a wild ass show.
That show was crazy.
She was wild. Yeah.
She would die some episodes. It make no sense, dude. But like the Gendy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, those episodes were like 15 minutes, 10 minutes,
short,
and told a complete, concise Star Wars story.
Very,
you know what I mean?
If any dialogue, mostly
no dialogue, bro. You're right. Just howling, horns, dude.
Yeah.
So it's all about content, and it's amazing. Those hold up to this day. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Star Wars,
an excellent sign of amazing writing, to be honest.
Yeah.
That you can explain an entire story without one word of dialogue is amazing. That's actually very, very brilliant.
Yard sale, baby shoes never used. Shortest story of all time.
Saddest story of all time. That's so not funny. Wow,
Not,
wow. He's really getting a kick out of that one, ladies and gentlemen.
No. I read that somewhere. I was gonna say no to that. No. I'm just happy it came to mind. I was more laughing at it in the mind versus the actual subtext of that particular. Jesus Christ. No, it's Guillermo del Toro, the last man on earth is reading by himself in his room, and all of a sudden a knock on the door.
And all of a sudden a knock on the door. Yeah.
Yeah, shortest stories I've ever told, but tells such a crazy story, Oh man, don't clip that, Toots. I know you have the power. Don't clip me being dark. Put that on fucking Insta or something, dog.
Mike laughing at dead baby.
Mike laughing at life horror.
She's got me up there with Alex Jones, bro. So you do not know what's coming. All right. I never thought I'd be associated with Alex Jones, and then one day I looked.
Do you guys understand? You guys want to talk frogs? We can talk frogs, okay?
I'll just put it like this. I've created a monster, dog. I've created a monster, dog. Toots at the reins is a terrifying thing. Don't get on her bad side, dog. She'll get you. Get you, dog.
I'm fine. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All I'll do is dox you and make sure the CAA knows exactly where you're at all times, and that's it. You're fine. You're fine anyway. They know where you're at.
As long as they don't break any of my 1/6 scales, we can talk about it, man. I'll go downtown.
For sure.
Don't break.
They're mad respectful. They're mad respectful.
They're real delicate. Yeah. Bro, is that an Anakin Skywalker?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it, man.
Too short for him, and then it's like.
Let's see. I agree with. I agree. Let's put
I
this
agree
on
with
the
that. I agree.
Make it short. Make a great story. I'm all for it. However, not all good stories need to be short. What I'm saying is I prefer longer stories better than short stories. We always want more, right? You always want more, but
what is your favorite longest movie? And I know you had a Star Wars question, and since you're bringing it up, I definitely want to hear it. But I would like an answer to this because I have
favorite longest
that
movie.
You haven't seen. Yes, favorite longest movie.
Fuck, maybe. How long is Forrest Gump? Like 3 hours,
3:15,
almost 3 hours. Is it that long? I didn't think it was 3 hours.
I think it's a tick over 3 hours.
Off the top of my head.
No, you're right. 2:22. My God, that's
it's still very long. It's still very long.
One of my favorite movies of all time, but that doesn't count in this criteria. Anything 3 hours plus. That's a good question.
I have a hot take. One of my favorites is The Irishman. Mm-hmm. That movie is extremely long. Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Is Leo in The Irishman?
Isn't he?
Leo's in The Irishman?
I remember.
I feel like he's not.
Is Dustin Hoffman in Star Wars?
The Netflix one.
It's a gangster movie. Yeah.
It's with Joe Pesci and Al Pacino.
It's basically It's Joe Pesci. It's Robert De Niro. I don't know if Al Pacino's in it. I think Al Pacino is in it. He plays Jimmy Hoffa, right? He plays Jimmy Hoffa. The whole movie is basically about how he's part of the mafia and he disappears. It's a very slow burn, but it's a very long movie with the end with a classic Coppola ending. But I loved it. I loved it. It's based off a book called I Paint Houses or something like that. But yeah, The Irishman was really, really good, and it's extremely long, but so good. I thought it was very good.
You said that because I love gangster movies, and there was nothing good said about that movie. They creamed that movie
because it was too long.
Because of the length, you know what I mean. But if you're
it goes back to the argument of long form. Like the attention span just isn't there for something like that.
It's hard,
especially for that slow of a burn. And again, there was nothing slow about it, in my opinion. The whole thing was build up. Whether you're telling the backstory, it was basically a 3-hour version of of The Godfather in one movie. It was Godfather 1 through 3, but in one movie. Again, not necessarily the same, but yes, it does go back to the old country in it. Scorsese, yes, absolutely. Yeah, my bad. What did I say? Coppola. I said Coppola. Yeah, my bad. Scorsese. But yeah, it's long form. So that's probably why a lot of people didn't like it. But honestly, if you sat there and paid attention to it, and you had the time to pay attention to it, a lot of people don't, which is why it's being viewed upon. It gets frowned upon a lot. But yeah, it was done brilliantly from beginning to end. Structurally, it was such an amazing movie all the way through. You have to be able to endure something like that, I suppose. But doesn't make you any simple or smarter or dumber. It's just it just is what it is. It just happens to be a long form movie that a lot of people didn't find entertaining. But honestly, I thought it was good, great.
3 hours 29 minutes. So it's
ridiculous.
It's right under.
Ridiculous.
And just to The Godfather, 2 hours 55 minutes. I'm sure it will come to mind if you think about it. That's 3 hours.
Good Lord, that's long.
I'm about to give you one that's longer. It's Stephen King. It's called Storm of the Century.
Oh, okay.
Storm of the Century, so good.
It is 4 hours and 8 minutes long, and it is awesome. Watch
Storm of the Century is great.
So yes, I want.
Bro, you said Stephen King. I was gonna say. I thought you were going to talk about The Green Mile. That's my favorite long movie.
Oh, that's a great.
I love The Green Mile.
Great. Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher.
We talk about Dreamcatcher every single. We talk about Dreamcatcher literally every day.
So good.
We literally
Storm of the Century. Is that the one? MOON. That spells moon. That's Storm of the Century, right?
That's The Stand.
Or was that Dreamcatcher?
Ooh, The Stand.
Oh, that's The Stand. You're right. That's what I'm. That's a good one too. Yeah.
We gotta do like an MOTN on Stephen King, dude.
Yeah, we can do that. We can.
No shit. Huh? Casino's a good one. Not that long, but Casino's a good one.
I love Casino.
What else did he say? Let's see.
13 Assassins.
13 Assassins. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're that long though. I don't think 13 Assassins is that long.
I love Ben-Hur. I used to watch Ben-Hur as a kid.
I couldn't get into it. I wasn't a fan.
Judy won. The Stand is 6
yeah,
hours.
I win.
The Stand is fucking 6 hours. That's a school day, dude.
Good God. That's a sick day, for real.
That's a school day, dude. You locked in. That's a couple periods, Doug.
Good movies. Check out all those movies if you haven't seen them. Every single one.
Everything but Gym Class.
They're amazing.
Everything but Gym, and that's because you skipped Gym.
Yeah. They are amazing for sure.
Star Wars question.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
For you guys.
Of course.
Has anybody heard anything about the video game Star Wars Outlaws? I'm this close to trying it out, but from Ubisoft, the Star Wars game, I'm in a Star Wars mood. I kind of want to play it, but in chat, has anybody heard anything about Star Wars Outlaws? I haven't heard good or bad about the game, but I need Star Wars lore. It's on. Xbox. It's like Xbox, PS5, Windows,
PS5.
Stealth action, stealth.
Stealth game.
It's just stealth.
I heard stealth game.
Like Metal Gear Stealth.
Which turned me off. Yes, almost. Like stealth game.
I don't like that.
And I am not a stealth game fan, and I'm looking forward to this game. And I was like, oh no, no.
Are you guys not stealth game fans because you're weenies? Because that's why I don't do stealth because I'm a weenie.
Yeah. No, I get impatient. I just kill.
Okay.
It's not even about that. It's like it just takes too long. Like I don't have time to just.
I get impatient, dude. I'll be behind like a bush for like 38 seconds, and the dude won't move, right? And the dude won't leave. And I'm like, I could just shoot this guy, but then it's game over. And I'm like, I could just shoot this guy, dude. Why wouldn't it let me do what I wanted to do? I get so impatient with stealth games. Like anytime there's a stealth mission, oh my God. In the Spider-Man games. Did you ever watch the Spider-Man games played the Spider-Man games toots on PlayStation? Like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Old school, yeah.
No, the ones on PlayStation 5, the new ones.
Oh, the new ones. No, just the first one.
They force you to do stealth missions with Mary Jane that are the worst, dude. You have to sneak around as Mary Jane because she can't fight. And
after moving it like super fast paced the entire rest of the game. And then
you just jumped off the Empire State. You just jumped off Empire State going 1,000 miles per hour and then swinging and your heart's beating. Nah, relax, young man. Sit here and stealth around with Mary Jane Watson and shine flashlights in bad guys' faces. So they go, oh no, and get away and spend 15 minutes doing this. And I'm just like, man, I got a lot of tables, dude. I got a lot of tables.
I got,
It just,
I got a lot of tables.
I could just go outside and smell the earth or something, Doug. It's such a fun suck. Well, that's another clip. Don't clip that. It's such a time steal. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? As Michael G. But stealth games. There's only been one good stealth game ever. And it was called Tenchu Stealth Assassin on PlayStation 2. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Where
I enjoyed. I'm a Metal Gear Solid fan, so I enjoyed.
Oh, Metal Gear! I didn't get to Metal Gear till like Metal Gear 4, dude. Oh,
it was Metal Gear. That's really hard to say. Was it 3 or 4?
Metal Gear
2. Which one's the one that opens where he's like smoking a fat ass fucking cigarette or cigar, and he's like, "War is hell," and that's how it opens. It's like, Jesus,
I think
relax.
that's 4, dude.
Maybe
like
that's later. That might be 4 actually.
That's like Sons of the Patriot, bro.
It's like, take it easy, Snake. Yeah, he's already old. Like he's not even. He's like retired Snake who comes back, type shit.
So I went to, because I listen to audiobooks, and so as I was in my Star Wars book thing, it has ventured off in all types of books. But I've been looking for video game books, and I've come across Resident Evil books, which are super good.
Mass Effect books, really good.
Mass Effect books, super good. There are no freaking Metal Gear books. I've looked, and it's like, how do you not have? They have the other sniper. Who's the other sniper?
Agent 47.
Rainbow Six, and there's another game like Rainbow Six that's the exact same thing, only it's one dude. They have books for both of those, but no Metal Gear books. And I was like,
you know why?
How do you all of this depth of story, and you don't have a book, man? You should.
It's all in Hideo Kojima's head, bro. He won't let anybody in there.
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima's one of them. Where it's like, if it's not me, it's not nobody, dog.
I suppose.
You know what I'm saying?
But they haven't done a comic of Metal Gear or anything like
Nothing,
that?
bro. He refuses, dog. He refuses. They barely made Metal Gear Revengeance. And that was because Platinum Games was so real. Rules of nature! The sun comes up. Nobody. You guys know nothing about. You guys know nothing. We lost like 2 followers. I don't give a shit. Rules of nature. Rules.
I'm more like Bradley. Like if I can't wait anymore, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna shoot. But that's with any game, especially Fallout. It's like I don't want to wait anymore. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna kill you, and that's gonna be the end of it. And maybe I'll die 7 times before I'm successful, but it's gonna happen one way or another. I'm always like, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably not the wisest decision, but it's the funnest.
I'll talk to you first. I'll say, hey, do we have to do this? And they go, yeah. I'm like, okay, then you all die. Then you're all gonna die. But at least I go, hey, I have high charisma. What's going on? Can we talk about this? No, you're gonna die. Oh, all right. Let me grab my gun. Let me get my little alien blaster here, But yeah,
trash in Star Wars.
No, but can I talk about Tenchu? Can I talk about Tenchu Stealth Assassin real quick? Because it's based on like feudal Japan, and you're like a ninja, and your whole thing is about finding interesting ways to kill your target without being seen. So you can do things like poison their wine. You can poison their fish. You can poison their fish balls, like in Kill Bill Volume 2. You can hide in like the little bushes and shoot like little. You know what I mean? To get them in the neck, you can do all types of like little sneaky things. But if the pedal hits the metal, you do have a big ass katana on your back to get to work. But you failed the mission at that point. You have to go in there and infiltrate sneakily and take out your target like you were never there. You were a ghost. The Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima is a good stealth game.
Terrible stealth game, because I wanted to play the hell out of the game, and I got like 15 minutes in. I'm like, this is a stealth game, not going to be able to do it. But to your point, stealth games that are mission based, where you automatically fail once you're seen,
those suck.
The worst.
Those suck. I will not
freaking worse.
No patience.
No, I have no patience.
For sure.
Now, Ghost of Tsushima. I can't believe you beat Ghost of Tsushima, right?
No, man. I got like 3 hours into it, and I was like, I'm done.
That is like the best game on PlayStation, dude.
I don't have time.
That game is revolutionary.
It's beautiful.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Yeah. I'm sad
That's
you didn't watch
sad.
Spider-Man, but what are we gonna do?
Okay, we're not comparing 2025. I hope everybody
That's a good
feels
We're
included.
not
callback.
comparing
I'm sorry,
yesterday.
but that's a good
We're not
callback.
comparing.
That was
We're not
good.
comparing. I hope everybody feels included. Spider-Man versus one of the best, one of the best
That was hilarious.
PlayStation games of all time, Ghost of Tsushima, bruh. We're not doing that.
That was hilarious.
I love you guys, man. We're getting close in the woods there. Anybody got anything they want to talk about before we start tying this together, man? Anything on your brains, bruh? I'm still gonna watch Spider-Man. Damn it!
Yeah, I did have
Yeah,
one thing.
we kind of have to.
I
Yeah,
have
we
to
kind of have
now.
to.
I have to have an
at this
opinion.
point.
Judy,
Yeah,
you're gonna love it.
for
I'm
sure.
very curious.
I know I'm
what
gonna love
Mike
it.
thinks
Yeah.
about like the first, like if Mike could watch the first 15 minutes and then stop it, and I want you to call me with your initial
Okay.
thoughts, because Mike's
Okay.
gonna be like, I hate this.
Okay.
What is this?
You can do that.
Right? And that's kind of
Right.
where I was at. I was like, I don't think
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it, man. I don't think I'm gonna make it. And then it was like, oh no, this is good. I feel good. And it's ended. Like I even got a little pep in my step watching it the whole
Yeah.
afternoon. I was like, oh, it ended. I'm like, yeah,
So,
Peter Parker. Nice. Let's do it.
it's like going to the doctor and you're in pain and they give you the shot. The shot hurts, but the happy juice that's going into your veins, that feels good.
You know what? Actually, no, I have to ask it. So I believe that how do you pronounce his name? He's a
His name
comic
is
dude,
Paul.
Instagram. Aaron Canaris. Aaron. He used
It's
to have
pronounced Mario Bava.
Oh shit! You know what?
Mario
Right here.
Bava.
It's pronounced
I'm
Mario
gonna look it up.
Bava. Now look up
Pull it
Mario
up,
Bava.
Jamie.
Pull it up.
Eris Kionis. Eris Kionis. You
I
know
have no
this
idea who
dude.
that is.
I'm sure.
Is he an artist?
He's just like a comic dude. He was doing like YouTube before YouTube was YouTube. Like he's one of those dudes, right? Anyway, he started doing what I think is he's using AI, and he's doing like he's asking AI, what's the percentage chance that, let's say, these 7 X-Men could defeat Dr. Doom? And then ChatGPT gives him a percentage, and then he's going through and he's talking through. Right. So Lobo came up and he's like, well, there's 100% chance Lobo could defeat Wolverine. And he's like, no, but I'm talking about the souped up hyped Lobo. And it got me wondering,
just Lobo.
like,
yeah.
Okay, fine, just Lobo, whatever. How do you feel, being a Star Wars guy, how do you feel about them taking your hero like Venom and then them like just supercharging Venom in like 4 different ways? And it's like, how does the continuity work for you when you're like, okay, Venom? It's like, what the fuck Venom am I looking at?
I'm getting loose. I'm getting loose with this conversation, Brad. I'm getting loose.
And I know it's kind of late with 5 minutes to go, but I did have the question.
I'm getting loose, Brad. Okay, real quick. I'll give it to you real quick, Mike G. Comic book shit. Let's go. There's the thing. With every single run that anybody does of anything ever, they can say whatever they want about the hero, make their own little indictments, their own little thoughts, and change the heroes as long as by the end of their run, it resets the apple cart. Things go back to normal. Shit, there was a whole run of Hulk where he literally became a human star cruiser. Remember that shit where Hulk became they put like, but Tony Stark put metal in the Hulk and he became like an intergalactic star cruiser, and it's this big fat Hulk flying through the cosmos, being piloted by Bruce Banner in his head as an alternate. You know how stupid this sounds, bro?
And this is my point, is that each time
I don't care.
It just gets dumber. And it's like, how are you keeping the continuity of these core characters of the Hulk? Like the Hulk.
He turns into a star system, dog. Okay. it's so stupid, right?
I guess my question is how do you feel about it?
I used to feel upset about it because, like any fan, you want your character. This is not my Captain America. We're going through that literally right now. This is not my Captain America. I don't like him. No, it's just give these writers the opportunity to tell their stories, and it takes a lot of it takes and as long as they hit the core values and the core message of those characters, it's very hard to make them deviate too far from who they are. You name me a superhero right now, and I'll name you some stupid shit they've been through and that they're no longer in. Let's play this game for the last 2 minutes. Just name me any superhero, supervillain. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you some dumb shit they've been through and how they came out the other side. Stargirl from like DC Comics?
You said any.
Stargirl, okay.
I got a friend who was in the show, so whatever.
Yeah. Fun stuff about Stargirl. Yes, Stargirl was funny. She is a descendant from Starman, who was actually a couple of 3 or 4 Starmen that went all the way back to before when Bruce Wayne was born. Funny thing about her is that her entire bloodline usually goes insane by holding the Star Staff, and she was the only one to be able to stave that insanity because of the pureness of her heart, which makes no sense because all the other descendants of it started to kind of lose their minds maintaining that power. But there's something special about her, and later to find out she's like part angel or some shit. You know what I mean? Which caused her to stay pure. You know what I mean? But that was kind of the weird thing about her.
Howard the Duck and Darcy.
Okay, we're closing out on what if. This is what we're going to do. I'm sorry, Nerdiverse. This may go a little long. I'm sorry, Toots. If you need to duck out, you can duck out. Duck out. You see what I did there?
I want you to watch episode 4.
I'm on point tonight, baby. This is what happens when Mike G warms up. You know? Okay, stupid. Okay, what if, right? What if comics have always been, what if Rick James was the Hulk? You know what I mean? I always like using that one. But it's usually tied to characters you give a shit about, right? The only problem is that with these what if episodes, 95% of them were characters that were made up that don't exist in the Marvel universe. So you have Darcy and Howard the Duck making love and hatching an egg that ended up being, I don't even remember the name of that character. It was voiced by somebody. What was the name of that? It's like a Starbird
you look
character.
Like you have questions. And
Dude,
you know
he's like
what?
boiling
So
right
did
now.
I.
It's so stupid.
That show sounds terrible. That show sounds fucking awful.
Okay,
I really want you to watch that one episode.
Toots.
Okay.
Brian, should I spoil it or let Toots watch it? Should I
It's
spoil
like
it?
it's like the one episode. It's like the one episode of Atlanta where he has the fake Michael Jackson. Where like if you don't watch any episode of Atlanta, you watch the one with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
What's his name? What's the guy's name in Michael Jackson? Where he plays this totally off the wall character. Where it's
Childish Gambino in costume.
I don't watch.
Yeah.
I haven't watched.
It's Childish Gambino in costume. Dude, Atlanta's an amazing show, but everybody hypes on this one episode because he actually plays this character that's supposed to be the equivalent or the resemblance of Michael Jackson. It's a very extremely creepy, extremely well written episode. Mm-hmm. So it's so good. I wish I could remember his name, but I can't remember his name.
This is not
Doesn't
good
matter.
like this. This is you going to look at. I want you to watch the episode because it's going to get you to go, what the hell is Marvel doing?
Okay.
That's my thing. I already feel that way about Marvel. I already feel that way about Marvel with characters that they have that actually do exist because of the multiverse and changes and
We're gonna let you watch the episode, but what I will say is it is like it's like saying you're gonna go see Michael Jackson in concert. Are you hyped? You're gonna go see MJ. You got tickets. Ready to see Michael Jackson in concert? You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready. You get to the concert, you get on stage, and it's Jermaine, it's Randy,
freaking Pito.
It's
Pito,
bro. It's everybody but Mike.
No, man.
And you're locked in. You bought the tickets. You hyped? Where's Mike? Michael Jackson didn't show up to the Michael Jackson show tonight.
I went to a video game orchestra thing. I bought tickets for me and my buddy. It was
Those
like
are fun.
$100.
Teddy Perkins. His name was Teddy Perkins. Okay.
There you go. Yep,
Teddy Perkins. I do know
Teddy
that
Perkins.
name. I've heard the name from. Yeah, okay. Went to a video game orchestra, but it wasn't really an orchestra. It was like some dude who had like a sound CD thing, and he hooked into a stereo and had like videos going of video games, and he like pushed play in the CD. And my buddy's looking at me. The auditory is empty. He's like, "Is this what you were hyped about for like a month?" And I was
horrible.
Like, "Yeah, man. I thought
I didn't know."
Else.
Yeah, that is horrible. I would be tight, man. It's like we're going to go see John Williams score. We saw John Williams, and it's just a dude who just has like a tape player. And he just goes click, and it just plays the soundtrack.
and
No
shows
orchestra.
like
No
it
orchestra.
just plays like
Movies in the
Star
back, dog.
Wars like on the screen, and you're like, and that's what it was with like Zelda, and I was like, and the auditorium,
Can I get my money
they kept
back,
the lights on. The lights weren't even off.
They
So
never
like,
dimmed the lights, dog.
no, the lights are on.
You gotta,
It was terrible.
that's so tacky.
Anyway,
That's tacky. All right, guys. What are we looking forward to this week? What you got going on? Let's start with Wash. What you got going, brother?
this week, I'm actually going to be cracking into my MetaQuest. They did some updates on the VR, so I kind of want to get in there, see what's going on with that. I plan on rewatching a Kansas City Chiefs Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl from a few years ago, so that I can to get myself
the
ready.
script stays clean. Make sure
I just want to sports. I want to make sure my bets are in the right area. Sports. And lastly,
people, I promise you.
Kingdom Come Deliverance. God bless. I hope that thing's on Xbox Game Pass.
Ooh, good times. What you got going, Toots? What you got going, Tootie?
Tootie has not very much going on outside of the fact that I was invited again to go perform at Que Sera on 7th Street on Wednesdays, Bear City Comedy here in Long Beach. I was really happy to receive the invitation. It's only by invitation if you don't want to do an open mic and wait in line, which is really nice. So that's what we're going to be doing from now on until they tell me I can't come anymore. And that'll be every Wednesday on 7th Street in Long Beach, Que Sera, the bar. Also, before I let you guys go and Mikey takes it back, we are on the road to 1K subs with MOTN. So this year for 2025, we want to reach at least 1,000 subscriptions. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you have friends who haven't subscribed but enjoy the show every once in a while, make their asses subscribe. Get the hell out of town. Also, MOTN Lore, MOTN Foods, Figure It Out on Saturday nights is an amazing show. Mikey has me interested in watching him and the collectibles that he has and the collectibles that he's foreseen on coming out. I love that show. I love the fig pins. Fig pins are extremely cute and extremely affordable. If you guys are interested in that, we're going to do some top 10s. We got top 10 sports movies coming up because we want to do something celebratory for the Super Bowl. We got top 10 movie reviews for rom-coms because we want to do something for Valentine's Day. We don't know if we'll do both, but we got something going on and things are brewing for Masters of the Nerdiverse. And we would like you guys to share, like, subscribe on every platform that we have, and just join us. Be a part of the crew because we enjoy growing and we're only growing because of you. So there's that. Thank you, guys.
You like you want to say something, Brian?
No, we're good.
Yeah, Toots just killed it. I ain't got nothing on that.
We're good.
Good night. Guys, come show up tomorrow night.
I'm just doing my job.
No, you killed it, man. I mean, I'm not gonna go behind like Michael Jackson. Just like think of a soft shoe. It ain't gonna happen, Doug. All I'm asking is just Mike G, Saturday night. Dig deep, brothers, dig deep. We're gonna be going. We're going to be doing a fig pin extravaganza tomorrow night. So if you wanted to see how fig pins work, MOTN figured it out. That's going to be the thing tomorrow night. I'm really excited for it. I have a metric ton of fig pins back here. So this may be our longest stream because I'm not stopping until I'm done. I'm not stopping until we get through all of them. So if you guys want to chill out, grab your favorite refreshment, and we're just going to talk characters, talk comics, and talk fig pins. Yeah. I've of course been your host, Mike G. This is my amazing panel of geeks, nerds, dweebs. What else? What else? Give me some more.
I'm pretty cool. So
cool kids.
Oh, a real life Jedi. We do have a real life.
We got a real life Jedi.
Plural. Jedi is a plural word. It's
what are you, a Jed?
Word.
Oh,
are you Jed?
Oh, so he's. He's a Jedi.
We're all Jedi.
He's just a Jedi.
Are you Jed?
Oh, we're all Jedi.
We're all Jedi.
I thought he was just a Jedus. Okay.
I thought he was just a Jed. In Jedi is the plural. Yeah.
I'm down to be a Jedi.
I'm a Sith though. Fuck yeah. That was ugly. on both our counts. All right, guys, we're gonna call it there. We're gonna clap it up one last time for the Nerdiverse. structured than our other stuff, but this is honestly my favorite part of the week. So I'm really happy to join everybody. Thanks, Bradley, for coming through in the chat. Thanks, Element, for coming through in the chat. You know what I'm saying? For holding us down. Element, you're more than happy to get some punch and pie. Be here on Friday nights. I promise you, we're having good times. On that note, I want to ask everyone to have a safe weekend. Have a safe week. We'll be following up with you guys next Friday, 6 o'clock. Same bad time, same bad channel. I'm, of course, being your host, Mike G. MOTN. Out. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.